So are we back now with Bitcoin, stocks and crypto? Has the market bottomed? Do you think this is a bull trap? Look at this, right? When exactly was this? This was like 21st of November, 21st of November, right? That was, if we want to say that was the bottom, that was the bottom, right? I do think we could get a couple more bounces because you've got this major trend line resistance here. Like I just want to show you folks how big this resistance is. That's why I kept on saying 92K to 94K area. See the bottom at 15K. We have the bottom here and here. Now we're trying to retest this. We could retest, bam, right? And then turn down. That could happen. Will we go to 74K? It's possible, but my scenario has been for 2 weeks that I think we bounce off 78 or 79 if we do get another revisit. So we've all seen how big and important this resistance trend line is, but we've so far just managed to close. Looks like we're closing above this 92K area. That's important. Next is this 94, 95K area. We could get well rejected here, right? Like maybe peep above to 96, right? So mid 90s, let's call that mid 90s, and come down again. Some sort of double bottom, triple bottom, if you want to call it. If we do pop above, then the next major resistance is 101K. 101K. Look how big this will be. Look how big of a resistance this will be. Because look, look, you've got these bottoms here, these bottoms, and these bottoms here. Also, psychologically, is Bitcoin above 100K or below 100K, right? So these are the two major areas, 95K area and then 101K area to watch for a rejection. Like, yes, we could get a higher low and a bounce, or a lower low, a 78, 79K and bounce. Some people say, I'm not in that camp. I'm not in that camp, but I do think it's possible. Anything is possible in this market. Some people say we bounce off here and then go. Okay, whatever it is, I've always said for the last 2 months that I think there's a 70% chance we head to a new all-time high, right? Above 26K, that is. 30% chance bear market has started. And to idiots who don't understand basic math, that's not 50-50. 70-30 is a very strong leaning towards one side, right? I mean, the probability of 70% is 2 1/3 higher, 2x and 1/3 higher than 30%. But there are a lot of idiots who basically are on the internet. So so have a look at this. When was the bottom? It was November 21st, if that was the bottom, right? If that was the bottom, November 21st. At least it was a local bottom for a big bounce. And when did Pablo call this? November 21st. Altcoins have bottom. Real altcoin season starts now. Basically saying that if this was the bottom of altcoins, then basically altcoins would bottom here. And in theory, once it starts going up, right? Once it starts going up, that's what you call altcoin season. Most people call altcoin season when there's only like 2 weeks of altcoin season left, when coins have already gone up 3 or 4x. Here, I'm just trying to say altcoins have bottomed. Most people are going to ignore this and once again miss the bottom in alts. And of course they have. As always, of course people have. So what is the altcoin chart? Here, total 2, which is crypto market cap except Bitcoin. It's basically everything except Bitcoin, right? So that's Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Cardano, XRP, all those. Where was this? 21st of November. 21st of November. Once again, so Pablo made the video that day, told you in Discord, hey, that was the bottom. All right. If we get a big bounce and we don't make a new all-time high, that will still be a bottom, right? The situation I don't want to see is we bounce off this major trend line and boom, go down straight away. So then that bottom only holds for like 2 weeks. So for example, once again, we can see how important this trend line is. We're bouncing up against it. And this trend line seems to repeat itself everywhere. This was September 2023. See, September 2023. We've got this bottom here, this bottom here, this bottom here. We peep below. See how we peep below looks like a rejection. Everyone's like, oh no, it was a bull trap. Rejection, boom. We could go down, but then it just keeps on going up like this, right? That was a mini alt season. Here, we're in that situation again. Boom, peak below. Do we get rejected here or not? Or do we go up? Same situation as here. Do we get rejected here or do we go up? Do we get rejected here or do we go up, right? So that's the important thing. And oh, by the way, in today's video, I'm going to talk about a major narrative that Trump himself is pumping. The White House is saying this is going to be bigger than AI. Even Elon Musk is saying this is going to be bigger than AI. What is that narrative? What's got to do with crypto? Before we answer that question, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo Jimenez use? Well, Pablo uses exchange that's non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means the exchange can't even see who you are. So that's why I made this great deal with them only on the Pablo Jimenez link right here. So that means the IRS can't see you, the exchange can't see you, the tax office can't see you, FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, right? So that's why Pablo made this deal for first-time depositors and first trades. If you are old-timer, that's okay. Just use a different email and register because they can't even see who you are, right? That's the whole point. They can't see you. So deposit and get 20%. See, $100, get $20. Deposit 1,000, get 200. And you on your first trade, get 10 to $500. Limited time only, folks. Limited time only. It finishes on the 5th, so jump on it. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then the link is in the description below. There it is, November 21st. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching on any other platform, such as this one, that's okay. Click on my profile page. There's my link tree or stand link. We click on that, and there's the first deal that pops up because it's a great deal. Okay, let's get back to the markets, folks. And just remember, this deal is only available on the Pablo Jimenez link. Only on the Pablo Jimenez link. So, what is Trump talking about? He's saying AI. So after the AI push, Trump admin of the White House, United States of America, is now pushing robotics. Trump pushing for more robots. This is 8 hours ago. Robot stocks jumped, right? So, national robotics strategy in the U.S. I'm going to talk about a robotics crypto today. Yeah, believe it or not, there's actually a crypto that's into robotics, and it's actually a really good one. It's not one of those crappy coins with a huge roadmap which you will never achieve, and it's kind of a real robotics company that just happens to have a crypto. So also, it's not just Trump, but what does Elon say about robotics? Elon basically says it's the only thing in the future that will basically solve the U.S. debt problem. He's gone ultra bullish on it. Like he says, AI and robots will solve the crisis, lead to deflation, on U.S. national debt. The only thing that can solve massive U.S. debt problem. Unless you've been living under a rock, U.S. debt is 38.5 trillion. Tapping on 39 trillion probably by Christmas. The Christmas gift we will get is $39 trillion U.S. government debt, right? Elon thinks robotics is the only one who can solve that. Now, what? Okay, Pablo. Now, what's the company? What's the coin? What's the coin, Pablo? What's the coin that's gonna solve U.S. robotics? Is this company called Auki Robotics? They actually have a coin. Believe it or not, this is a serious robotics company. They actually have a coin. How do we know it's a serious robotics company? Because they are collaborating with Unitary Robotics, right? On quadruped robots and humanoid robots. Who are Unitary Robotics? Who? Pablo. The top robotics company in the world. If you live in US or Europe and you only watch Western propaganda, you might think it's Tesla. Or you might think it's what was that other American company called Future One, right? But if you live on the other side, you would hear about companies like Unitary. That's the top Chinese company. So they make these robotic dogs. I'm sure you've seen lots of videos of these guys. For just under $3,000, you get to buy one of these. And these humanoid robots, you've seen them do kung fu, you've seen them do spin kicks. A lot of those, like, I'm not going to tap into it, but so in my view, this is the number one or number two robotics company in the world right now. Certainly, you could say outside of Tesla, this is probably they're probably number one right now, and they're working with Auki right now. They're using some of Auki's AI programming. Auki comes up with the I guess you could say they create the virtual world for these robots to operate in, so they learn how to interact, the algorithm learns how to balance itself, how to walk in a real world environment, except it's a virtual world environment. Like if you guys do the research and you read into that, it's a decentralized spatial computing network known as PosMesh, but they have lots of other stuff as well. So what's the coin they got? The coin they got, and it's a great time. It's a great time because, right, as Pablo said, we're just bottoming, right, just now. So the coin we got is right here. Okay, so Auki, basically this is like a triple bottom. It's only gone to like 0.8 cents once, then it's 0.1 cent, like just below 0.1 cent, and we've bounced like 3 days off 0.1 cent, and it's bouncing here because Trump announced his strategy. So that's, I mean, there could be other robotics coins out there, but this is not a robotics coin. This is not a coin that decided, oh, we're gonna do robotics and we're gonna have major a roadmap that we'll never achieve. This is an actual robotics company that's working with Unitary Robotics, right, among others, and it decided to release a coin. So that's this. I would say that's a pretty good proposition for if you're only looking at crypto. So the upside to me is around here, 0.3 cents. 3 cents from where it is now, which is 1.2 cents. So like a 2.5x to hit that line, to hit that resistance line. And this is a real company. I mean, all the people are doxed. For example, all of the people involved. Here it is, Elon's interview saying AI and robotics will scale without me. They're the only thing that can solve the US debt crisis. Elon Musk, right? This is an Elon Musk interview. These are these founders. Right, there's like 3 or 4 of these founders, right? They're always active, so you can see it for yourself. They're appearing at these major events. Could it be a scam? It could always be a scam, but I mean, at least these people have doxed themselves. If it turns out to be bad, we can go after them. And Unitary Robotics, the largest robotics company outside of Tesla, can probably go after them as well. As always, I legally declare I'm not sponsored. I am not sponsored by Auki. They don't even know who I am. Although if you are watching this, you want to sponsor me, get in touch. Hey, let's do it. So that's the robotics coin. What are some stocks, right? And by the way, this is Pablo's call on ZEC, Zcash, the CIA coin, right? Pablo, around here, around 350. I said it's going up much higher, much higher. $600, $700, even $800. We got to 750. Then I said, okay, double top. We do double top here, and I said, hey, here's the line. If we break down, then we go to, right? Then we go to 300. There's a chance we bounce at this 375 area, but we go to 300. And where did the bounce come in? 302. We're here. Boom. And there was the bounce. I'm not sure if this stops it or not. There's a chance it goes to 205 or 190 area, right, for the ultimate bottom. But if you like privacy narrative, if you think Zcash can keep on pumping, then there's a chance, these are the levels to look for an entry to go long or to hold it on spot. That could happen. Okay, now, when it comes to robotics, the only pure play, and I emphasize pure play, right, robotics company stock in the world is this UBTECH. It's spelled UB, here we go, can you see it now? UBTECH, right? UBTECH. yes, I understand you can buy Tesla, but you're not exactly buying a robotics company. You're basically buying an EV car company that's basically getting its market share taken away by Chinese competitors like BYD, right? by Chery, Chery. That's another Chinese EV company. And it also makes AI, like Grok AI. It also makes, what else? Like a number of other stuff, right? Cyber cabs and stuff. So you pay like 3 trillion, what is it? 1.6 trillion dollars for a stock like that, and maybe like 0.1% of its income will come from robots, but not this company. UBTECH is basically 100% robotics company. It's listed on the Hong Kong exchange, not in New York, as far as I'm aware of. And look, my Discord and I were buying it around here and buying it around here. So basically, here was the head shoulder, and we've had, so that's the neckline. So this was the $71.3, right, target. We broke out here, all right. This gave the target here of around $163. We nearly got there. Then we pulled back, and I think, what is it at now? $105. That's a very good level for this pullback to enter for the next leg up, in my opinion. Because see here, most of the trading happened here. This is the horizontal volume, not like the vertical volume. See the volume bars, right? They're vertical down here. This is horizontal, telling us most of the trading happened right between what is this level, 112 to like $74, right? And even all the way down here at $48. And we've just popped above. So now I think there's a good chance we bounce off probably this $9,900 level, and we head higher. I think that's a a solid possibility here. What's another robotic stock? In fact, there's a stock that's very similar to Tesla right now. Now this one is listed on the new NASDAQ exchange and also the Hong Kong exchange. So it's listed on both. It's called XPEV or XPeng. It's very similar to Tesla, as in that this is actually a robotics company. It's actually a robotics a EV company. It's like in the top 10 EV companies in China. But however, like Tesla, it doesn't just make EVs. It also makes robots and flying cars, and also autonomous driving or cyber cabs, if you want to use the Tesla terminology. So basically, inside my Discord, I was telling folks we're getting around here, around $30, right? And we got lucky on this one. It popped up to 104, double top at 108, and see how this is in key level because see here. So basically, we visited this. Let's call it 196 to 100K level 3 times now. 3 times. And now we come back here. We've had these top, well, not really. We've broken this trend line, which is not what I want to see. But see how we've had another tap and then come down. So this level, this 70, 72, 73 area needs to hold. So basically, yeah, these bottoms were made around the 70. This is 78, and this bottom around 71. So this 70 area needs to hold. See these tops here. And this is actually the same situation that Bitcoin's kind of in, because see how basically it goes boom and it bounces. Here's the trend line. Do we pop above or do we get rejected and go down? That's actually the situation that Bitcoin's actually in. So it is possible that we bounce here. We'll keep on hitting this trend line, but a new less steep. See, this was a steep rise. So now if we go like this, a less steep trend line could develop out of all this. Okay, thank you for your time, folks. I'll catch you next episode.